How was your chips and salsa?
Very good.
You need your diaper changed?
No, just need a little bigger chips, that's all. That's good, they were good.
Oh, good morning. It is raining. It is crummy. It is wet. Lots to talk about, though. Leafs going to round 2. And guess who we're going to be playing? It's not who I thought we were going to be playing. It's not Boston. Blew a 3-1 lead in their series to lose to Florida in Game 7 yesterday. You know, I actually had a change of heart. I could never root for Boston. I don't like that team. I never have. I never will. But as Florida was playing them, I thought to myself, in order for the Leafs to exercise their demons, they need to face Boston in the playoffs and beat them soundly. Then I can put a little more faith that my team is a true playoff team, okay? Right now, I think it was pretty fluky that they beat Tampa. Tampa is an awesome team. Can't take anything away from that. You know, maybe it was a tougher go than I thought it should have been, so maybe there is more to this Leafs team, but I'll tell you right now, they won 3 games that I thought they should not have won. So they still need to prove to me that they are playoff material. So we'll be watching that this week. I'll keep you guys posted. I'll give you some updates and my thoughts. I'm going to be disappearing for a week shortly, so I've got other things to attend to. I've got some work and conferences and stuff that I'm going to be doing, so there's going to be a little lull in the channel unless I can get enough videos recorded. We're working on the paranormal stuff as always, guys. Freaking amazing stuff coming up in the reverse message series, okay? In episode number 4, the spirits, when I reversed one of the clips, they actually say we're talking backwards. I was like, there's nothing else they can say that's gonna blow my mind, but when I heard that, I started laughing. I was like, this is freaking amazing. Okay, it makes no sense that we can reverse these spirit box clips and get messages, but we are. And they know that saying the murder victim's names, Jack, Carol, Gary, that, you know, they've said that so many times, I'm not surprised when I hear it anymore, but for them to suddenly say, we're talking backwards, like, yeah, that blew my mind. It made me laugh. Crazy stuff. Episode number 4 coming up. Stay tuned for that. And then maybe on a sad note for some of you guys, but I don't know, it's kind of an eye-opening moment for me. We posted over on Lost Treasures, our metal detecting page, that, you know, a week ago I had an issue with Stan, a couple weeks ago actually. He told me he was gonna, we had a plan to go out and he canceled. He showed up and then he canceled and he told me he was going somewhere. He didn't go there. He went to another place that him and I had agreed to go together. I didn't like it. I called him out on it on the channel. And I asked you guys, what do you think of that? And it's not the first time Stan has done that, okay? And we had issues before. Go back and watch the video. Stan did some stuff that was not cool. And I told him I'm not putting up with any more crap. He knows it. And I called him out again on this, guys, on this thing here. I told him. I left him a message. I said, that's not cool. Canceling is fine. But then going somewhere else that we agreed to go together is the part that he doesn't seem to get, that there's an issue with that. But I moved on past it. I didn't talk to him for 3 or 4 days. I went detecting. I saw him down at the park. You know, we made some plans. We actually went out and did another adventure together after that. But then Stan saw this video that I posted where I said, hey, what do you guys think of this? And a lot of you guys said, hey, that's not a cool thing for a friend to do. And absolutely, you are right. It is not a cool thing. Stan can't treat people like that and expect them to want to hang out with him. But I had already moved past that and was continuing to, okay, whatever. I had stepped back out of the detecting partnership, and I was just like, you know what? I'll go with Stan when I go. We'll have a good time when we go. But my expectations and my trust had been breached. So I'm like, you know what? I know what to expect, and that's that you could be backstabbed by Stan at any time. Right? He's going to go do what Stan wants to go do. It doesn't matter what plan you make. And that's not a cool thing to base a friendship on, right? Anyways, Stan saw yesterday's video, immediately removed me from Facebook and Messenger, and when I called him to say, hey, you don't like it that I called you out on this, but you need to be mature and move on. You're going to be called out if you're going to be my friend and hang out. I'm not going to let this stuff slide. I'm going to call you on these stupid behaviors. And he basically just told me to F off and that I'm an effing loser and etc. and hung up on me. So we're done with Stan. There are people that are just not nice people and they show their true colors. And I'm not going to talk about it anymore. And I'm not going to give him any more chances because he's had chances. And he burned my trust more than once. And Stan is basically not a nice guy. What I think I'm going to do today is actually a new Spirit Box session on our murder case. Throughout the series, I've come up with more questions that need answering, and that's from reversing these Spirit Box sessions. The information they're giving us, I've got a whole list of questions, guys. In this 4th episode coming up of Reversed Messages from the Dead, they actually give us some information that, if it's real, then that changes everything, because they actually tell me to find report 97. This is what the Spirit Box says. And it goes on to say, fold it in half, and she speaks the truth. So right there, that is telling us that report 97, if it exists, and I don't know what it is, would be a report on a woman giving information. And what she says, apparently, according to the Spirit Box, is the truth. So if I can find report 97 and verify that it's talking about a woman or a woman's testimony or whatever it is, guys, that is 100% physical proof that there is something to these Spirit Box apps. That is mind-blowing stuff. So I want to do another session today and ask all of these new questions about the new information that we're getting from reversing these conversations. It is simply too wet out, too cold out, too dark out to do metal detecting or photography. I don't want to get wet or cold doing either, so I'm not going to. Today is going to be a stay in the house and run some Spirit Box apps. I want to ask you viewers for help. Are any of you guys lawyers or know the system, how this works? And if you're American, it's probably different than in Canada. But what I need to know, because this is just a hobby for me and I'm not a investigative reporter going through case files and dockets, and I don't know how any of this stuff works. How do I get my hands on this 1969 murder case? Is there a way? It must be closed. Do the files become public after a certain amount of time? Is there somewhere I can write to and get copies of these? Can I go to the local courthouse and ask to see these files? Guys, I think the next step is we've got to go get our hands on files and look for this report 97. I need help. How do I get these files? What do I do? What are the next steps? I don't know. This information isn't just going to fall in my lap, and that's kind of what I need. I'm going to do some research, make some calls. I don't know. But if you guys know what I need to do, please comment below. Get a hold of me. The email is in the About section. Let me know. What do I do to get these case files? And I think that's going to be a game changer. We can verify more stuff. We'll have more questions to ask that way. More things that we can look at and point a finger at and say, hey, there's something wrong with this information. And things we can investigate. It's the next logical step.